Johnny O'Connor bought an automobile. He took
Drilling for oil these days entails greater risk. After all, oil is a finite resource, and that's part of the reason oil companies are drilling a mile beneath the surface of the ocean. And for decades, we have failed to act with the sense of urgency that this challenge requires. Time and again, the consequences of our inaction are now in plain sight.
Trying to contain the crude oil.
The time to embrace a clean energy future is now.
Commence simulation. Rendering. Hyperloop station. Rendering. Hyperloop transport. Now boarding. Los Angeles to San Francisco.
Welcome to the Hyperloop, or as Elon Musk puts it,
This cost me a Concorde, a railgun, and an air hockey table.
But what's the Hyperloop, Hayden?
The Hyperloop is a conceptual transportation system developed by Elon Musk, a billionaire visionary responsible for Tesla electric cars, Solar City, and SpaceX. It's a cost-effective, energy-efficient form of transportation that allows people to travel at speeds of up to 760 miles per hour. It's a revolutionary transport system that can reduce travel time from LA to San Francisco to a mere 30-minute ride.
On August 2013, Elon Musk released a 58-page document proposing a concept design for the Hyperloop. Since then, the Hyperloop has been a sensational topic. It has represented humankind's pursuit for the future. This is not the first time humans have dreamed of tube and pod travel. This concept can be traced as far back as the 1800s.
Modern-day transportation systems inhibit high-speed travel due to difficulties in managing friction and air resistance. The current modes of transportation are inefficient and use too much energy. They are slow and expensive. In order to attract people to use an alternative transportation system, it needs to be both faster and inexpensive. That is to say that the tube and pod concept is not without its problems.
The first problem that the Hyperloop must overcome is the Kantroot's limit. Essentially, this problem pertains to the air pressure buildup in front of the pod at high speeds in a tube system. There's a specific tube-to-pod area ratio in which the pod will cut off the flow of air within the tube. If this ratio is too low, the tube will act like a syringe.
Elon Musk details in his white paper document an electric compressor fan on the nose of the Hyperloop pod. This electric compressor fan solves two problems. First, it acts as a pressure transferring device, alleviating the Kantroot's limit. Second, it solves the problem of friction by transferring air pressure from the front to the bottom so that the released air pressure acts as skis that levitate the pod.
The other way the Hyperloop will solve the air resistance problem is by making the tube an enclosed system in which the air pressure is maintained at around 100 pascals, which is 1/1000th of the Earth's atmospheric pressure.
The Hyperloop uses a linear induction motor to propel each pod. A linear induction motor requires a rotor and a stator. The rotor is attached to the capsule, and the stator is attached to the inside of the tube at certain intervals throughout the track. This provides a stable induction of energy to propel the capsule throughout its course.
The Hyperloop's energy efficiency is derived from this frictionless state created inside the tube. Another factor that provides greater energy efficiency are the solar panels attached to the outside of the tube that provide the electricity to enable the stators to propel the rotors with lateral force.
According to Hyperloop Transportation Technologies CEO Dirk Alborn, the cost of building the Hyperloop from LA to San Francisco would be between 10 to 20% of the total cost to build the California high-speed maglev system.
So where do we go from here, you guys?
Well, Elon Musk made the Hyperloop concept public because he's looking for people like you. His document was like a challenge, a science project of epic proportions. Essentially, Musk made the proposal. He would build the tube if you could design and build the pod.
As we speak, Elon Musk is currently building a 5-mile test track in Texas.
In the recent Hyperloop competition hosted by Elon Musk, MIT's concept was selected out of 115 engineering teams because it was the most feasible design to create. Although their system doesn't use a compression fan, as described by Musk's white paper, it does use a linear induction motor with an aerodynamic shell. MIT's design is still a long way from becoming a realization, and though they have the most promising design, there are still other concepts being considered. Maybe yours can be the future of travel.